not just my good karma. What is this?
Yeah, my book.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously.
What I meant was like, why suddenly? Why after so many years? And what is it's?
Well, it's like 30 years of my career journey, and now I don't work. So before I got Alzheimer's or got hit by a bus,
That's a good idea.
I thought I would rather write my memories, and there is a lot. And I want to share it with people who might be able to pick something out of some experiences that I have had.
Before dive down into the book, I'd like to mention this. You launched it on your mother's birthday. Can you?
Yeah, so the thing is, I don't think we can ever say thank you to our parents, right? So my mother and father were a huge part of who I am today. So I wanted to say thank you to them by writing about my journey, because they don't really know what I do or what I have been doing.
Isn't
So
that the case for all of us?
so I thought, giving it in a book form would be really great for them. So, but unfortunately, my father passed away before I could put pen to paper. And that made me really expedite the writing of the book, because I really wanted to do
Finish it.
during my mother's lifetime. And on her 86th birthday, I surprised her with this, and I think she
That's
was
a
really
fabulous, great gift to your mother, definitely. That's a great gift. And I have worked with you.
Of course we have.
It's just like always when we are working together, we are enemies of each other, but
Yeah.
when the moment we
Part company, we are friends,
and then
right?
suddenly we are again great friends. The reason I brought this up, because you in the book you have mentioned about a person who'd been with you and left the company and wanted to come back.
Yeah, well, there are many like that, but specifically this particular person, right? He was a fantastic copywriter, crazy nut he was.
Yeah.
But so he left and he worked in another good agency, and I love him to death. So he came back one day and he said, "Can I come back?" So I was like, "Palitha, you're working for a really good agency. Why would you want to come back?" So he said, yeah, I work for a good agency and I do good work. I said, so what's the problem? No, I always think of the kind of work you and I used to do, and the number of times you have like changed my copy. Once you changed it 27 times. I'm like, really?
Well, I can support that because you have changed my work also a few times.
Yeah, I would not forget the 100 rupee crush note and the dirty cat you brought from someplace.
We had to finish it on time, my God. My God.
Yeah.
I have a little advice. If you're going to work with Sandya, you have to be very, very ready with everything,
Yeah. So so he said that he wanted to come back and work with me because he felt that I add value to his work. Yeah. So that's what it is.
Yeah, and you've also mentioned about this person who'd been working at your house, Maggie.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, and-
So
and-
Maggie was really like my children's godmother. If not for Maggie, I wouldn't have really been able to do both work and home as equally well as I did, because Maggie was there. So without Maggie, I wouldn't have had a life.
That's a very, very beautiful way to dedicate something to somebody. And also, your chapters are pretty interesting. They are like our life experiences for us also, like certain slogans or certain in advertising you would call a campaign slogan or something.
Tagline, campaign line. Yeah. So there are some beautiful campaign lines that are stuck in my mind.
Yeah.
So I had to put it down, right? So, for example, Punchi Paula Rattarang, Yahagune Nidiriyata, Api Venuwe Napi. These are beautiful lines.
And not necessarily the ones that you have created.
No,
it's just
no.
like anything
Yeah,
that came by.
of course, yes. This is not about just me, but I have given credit where credit is due.
Yeah, definitely. That's a great thing.
So, Punchi Paula Rattarang was done by
විශේෂයෙන්ම
Dia.
ලංකාවේ ඒක දෙන්නුවා හැඩි හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ නේ
Oh,
credit එක.
ඒකත්. So මම එතියා අර පත්තර ලයින්ස් වගේකුත් මම දැම්මා. එතකොට ඒකට මම ආර්යසිරි විතානගේ මහත්මයාට කතා කළා. එයාගෙන් ඇහුවා ලයින් එකක් එයාගේ පාර ඇලෙවෝතින් ඇලෙවෝ තමයි. Yeah. So he was like thrilled that I even asked because but that's how it should be because it's not my creative license. I had to get approval and their blessing. So I did the same with Triad for Api Venuenapi. So yeah, but they are awesome lines and you can't, just because I'm writing a book, it can't be all about myself because I have brought in the industry partners, the people I worked with, the ones I fought with, like you. I wouldn't be here without you, Bodhi, because Pata was like...
Well, it was basically working with a friend and like an enemy, but when you need her sometimes, I mean, something that I can appreciate. Even today we talked about it.
How you came and cried at my office. So Bodhi came and cried at my office because some girl had left her.
Oh my God, that's a long time.
And I had to sort of pacify him and, say it's okay, Bodhi, another one will come along.
And then she came.
She came and now Bodhi is so happily married and wow.
Alright, that's enough about me.
Yeah.
Also...
let's talk about Pata.
Yes.
Right?
That's because...
I mean, for me, that's where I met you,
yes.
I think.
No, first of all, I have to mention, I should certainly mention about it, because before I started anything, right, I was doing one or two commercials, but my first documentary life is with Sandya, because she offered me part. And I still remember she was complaining, but I don't want to see that,
yeah, because Bodhi, you remember, you just go close with the camera and show the nostrils also. And I'm like, please, can you not have those? Yeah, but remember, we just brought a camera to my house and we just shot part a pilot episode in my house with my children as models.
I was to tell you that I saw them carrying, now you're a grandmother, I saw them carrying a baby and I was like, wow, this, and for me it was not like too long ago.
Yeah.
But my God, they're big. They're like...
Yeah, so I'm a grandmother, so that's how big they are. When you came to my house, they were like 8-10 years, maybe? Yeah.
I think even less.
Yeah, smaller one would have been even smaller.
Yeah.
But, Pata really changed, did a huge change in the television documentary, or what is it called?
It did.
Brand content
It changed a lot of things on television.
Yeah.
Not only that, it even changed people's tape.
So basically we wanted people who had a sort of fixation on white to go into color into their homes. So we just showed them how color can be brilliant in your homes. Now of course I just close my eyes because sometimes they don't know how exactly to mix these colors, they just go berserk, but anyway.
So Sandhya, not only that, I think I did remember because I think I did a Havilland commercial for you, right?
Yes. Do you really want to go down those roads, Bodhi? Because we might end up enemies after this.
Okay.
No, but
okay,
still, listen, I find you to be one of the most talented guys, but lazy bum, right? but you have so much talent, and that's what I want.
Okay, let's get back to this beautiful book, and that's Sandhya, and it's about not just my good karma. So let's get to
so
the
you
book.
quickly change the subject. All right, got it.
With you, I have to do that, Sandhya. So you want to talk a little bit about things that I might not be asking, but you want to talk about the book, certain things that I didn't ask you about?
Yeah, so the book actually, Bodhi, has about 3 or 4 segments, right? Firstly, it has a really cool segment about Panadura, because that's what shaped me.
Yeah.
So the socio-political aspects of Panadura, the quirkiness of Panadura, people of Panadura, all the mad things that happen in Panadura, I have documented. So that's really nice. And then I go into my family, because I wanted to share with women, working, non-working, young women, and tell them how I managed my life. right? And with the support of my husband, with the support of my parents, in-laws, everybody. But I was, I was managing it whilst working, doing a full-time career. So I put down lots of stories. I'm a storyteller, as you know. So I put it down in the form of stories so that anybody reading could empathize. And for example, I would tell my husband, stop snoring, stop spilling gravy on the tablecloth. These are little quirks that we
sounds
have.
Familiar.
Yeah, exactly. So some people apparently divorce because each other snow or something. So these things can. So I've touched about family life, the importance of family life.
And that's another thing is really good about you. You're very bold about what you are. I mean, you talk about being black.
Yes. Dark.
Yes.
Yes,
not
black.
Dark,
black, brown, whatever, dark.
Yes, dark, yes. But that's a very interesting touch, I thought. Not only personal, but it's actually touching entire, society of...
because, if you're a Kalu Kella, you're like doomed, right? So, if you're Kalu, you're Keta also. So, the 3 Ks, Kota Kalu Keta business.
I was going to ask. I was like...
So Krishna, those days, used to call me K7. He had added 7 Ks or whatever. It did have an effect on me, and the book talks about it, so I don't want to give away everything that's there in the book. So I have touched upon being born a dark-skinned person.
I thought that was very, very, very touching. I mean, that's something very great, bold, and it's brave, actually.
Okay. So that's there, and then...
But that's part of, Sandya.
What? Saying it as is.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and some people say I'm like Marmite, right? Not because of the color only, but either I'm loved or hated, right?
That's a good example. That's a good one.
So either you love Marmite or hate Marmite. So I'm also like that. So what to do? So that's that. And then, of course, then I have a huge big segment about advertising. That was the whole reason, one of the main reasons for writing this book, because I wanted to record some of those amazing campaigns that I was a part of with amazing people, including people like you.
My goodness, now I feel like running away.
Because I just worked with such amazing people,
Yeah,
fought with them silly, right?
You did something really bold once. You asked me to come and do, I think it was Dialogue TV, we were supposed to do 10 different commercials.
Yes.
Well, it didn't happen, but
it didn't happen,
we were almost there, and then, I don't want to name names, but you brought me into your office. On the creative table, you asked the creative director to step away, and you sat me on the creative chair. I was like, oh my God, what's she doing? And I was like, Sandya, and I was trying to tell you, like, no, go ahead, Budi, tell them what needs to be done. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I won't get any more commercials.
So I remember Prasanna Jayakodi once said that Sandya, mara eneyak weda karanne giya. Maka nikan eneyak nemi paral eneyak.
But I never felt it like that way because maybe like I took most of the criticism. Maybe there are moments that I felt uncomfortable, but I always take the criticism as...
No. The fact is, Bodhi, I really drive people insane because I want to get to get the best.
Yes.
Right? Because I don't like mediocrity.
True.
That's the point.
You've been telling me all the time.
Yeah. So, I have to do it and walk the talk. Otherwise, what's the point in criticizing later?
Yeah.
So the book has all those stories, and I enjoyed writing it. So this Captain Elmo Javadana, who was the one who really, gave me a lot of inspiration, said enjoy the journey, don't think of the destination, and that's exactly what I did. And this book and the journey was fabulous because all the characters are so dear to me, near to me, and I'm thrilled with the book. So please,
Yeah, so tell us where can we find this book? I mean, the places where we can
so it's available at Barefoot, Sarasavi, Vijitayappa, Kalaya, Odell, Expographics in Palavatta,
Yes,
Celine,
Very good. So,
Shilpi. So all these, some of the people who don't even sell books, they have
Yeah,
asked me for the book. So it's there, easily pick.
oh,
Can be
by
picked
the
up.
way, I heard, I think at the launch, that the profits of the book is going to a very special cause, right?
Yeah, so I really wanted to give the profits to the cancer hospital. Sorry, there is a project where they're collecting money to buy a huge piece of equipment. Looks like I'm not getting any profit from the book because I put in a lot of money, but I will anyway pay with my money because I made a pledge.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm going to make profits, but some parts of my own money will go for it because that is a pledge.
But that's a
I
great
made.
cause, and that's a good start. Let the others think about that too. Anybody who wants to come and do certain things.
Yeah,
Oh, I forgot one more thing.
yeah, sure.
Suddenly you dropped out of advertising and went into world banking.
No. So the thing is, Bodhi, I always wanted to work till I'm 50. That was my target,
okay.
right? So when I hit 50, I wanted to give up work, like corporate work,
Right,
because
yeah.
I didn't want to be clinging on to
Yeah,
a
yeah,
job
yeah,
and
yeah,
getting
yeah.
old and
Yeah, you're
wanting
right.
my colleagues to
True, true.
say, what a pain, she's now old and haggard and still clinging on to it. So I just wanted to leave.
Yeah, okay.
And that was my plan, and I left. So, and while things were really going well, not when it had sunk to the rock bottom. So
Anyway, that was a great talk with Sandya Salgado. And when I mentioned Salgado, please a little bit about your family, Salgado.
well, I'm married to a Salgado, but I'm a Rodrigo.
Okay, fine. Anyway, so I wanted to say that working with Sandhya had faced me with a lot of challenges and
We're still friends.
No. What I mean by challenges means in certain things, in creative challenges, which was very good for me, which made me creatively stronger person and taking decisions, certain things. And I'm very glad for many things that Sandhya we worked. I mean, there were many. I mean, one day you came and even told me like, I want that Buddhist thing, and I was like, is there a word like that? And you said like, yes. So anyway, it's a very interesting book, and for people in advertising and not even in advertising, people who wants to know about certain things about certain times of eras of advertising. It's a great book. So check out the book, and thank you all. Thank you very much, Sandhya.
Thanks, Bodhi. Love you lots.